What's up guys, Wraec is here with a new video, and today we're going to go into the secret titles of Echoes of Dissent. If you've seen my video about secret titles, about the Easter eggs last season, you already know what's going on, but basically now AFK Journey has decided that every single season has certain titles that are considered Easter eggs. Some are from side quests we have here, and then we have some like the Star Chaser one that say complete Easter egg starry underworld. And I'm going to give you an exact guide on how to get every single one of those titles. And I thought it's a wonderful time to do so, since we are still in season phase 1 and thus we have a ton of time to follow such endeavors. So the structure of how we are going to do this is we are going to make this in 3 videos. The first video is going to feature the first 10 titles, second video another 10 titles, and then for the last video we're going to do a few more. We're going to do 14 in there. First of all, I don't want the videos to get too long, and second of all, the last title of the season seems to be bugged. It has a trigger condition on the weather, and apparently that is not fixed yet. So I hope by the time we reach the 3rd video that this was actually fixed and that we can get all of the titles, because I can explain you in theory how to get the title, but it's a little bit stupid if we explain how to get the title without actually getting it. So yeah, let's start off with title number 1. And title number 1 is not far away. It's actually right over here at this Karen posting, and right in front of that you will see that there is a kid called Fishhack. And one thing to note in general, every single time you see this sign right here, which is a little bit of the bubble there with the exclamation mark in there, you know there is something happening for an Easter egg. So during the story you can find many of those just by going around and clicking on such people. And then if you want to talk, if you talk to them, it will not appear as a quest, it will just appear as a dialogue option. It says, "Wanna play a game with me? Sure, I'll play. Simple, hammer crushes stones, cuts oilcloth, oilcloth wraps hammer." So yeah, makes sense. And we can choose whatever here, and victory is his. And once we did this, not 1 time, but in fact 3 times, we can exit. So let's just do it 3 times again, and we'll just do it 1 more time. I don't know if it actually works like this, if we can now exit, because I exited in between. No, it is a follow-up. Don't get cocky, I win the next round for sure. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we can exit. After 3 times you can exit. That was so much fun. Doesn't matter wins or loses, what matters having a blast. And I want to give you a little something only for true lovers of the game. We get a few gems, and there it is. Gamemaster title. Very, very easy, but you can see they kind of changed the approach a little bit compared to last season. For the next title called Gourmet, we want to head over to the NPC kid Gourmet. And Gourmet is actually very, very close, just like here. Just notice that this guy doesn't have the symbol there apparently, but we are going to talk to him, and we want to select the option "We envoys have nothing to eat." And once we select this and talk a little bit about to him, turkey legs are so delicious, what in the world could taste better than this? We want to exit this, and then we want to talk to him again, because now you see, now the symbol is there. We talk to him again, there is a new dialogue option that we want to choose. Do you know anything yummier than a turkey leg? An even tastier turkey leg. And secret seasoning from Saltarine. Okay, I didn't know there was something up there, but apparently during the time where Merlin did nothing during the story in Saltarine, he learned about Saltarine seasoning. So now we need flame fern, garlic, and honey ember dew. And you just put that in there. Where is it? Flame fern. We need the garlic as well. Wait, the garlic. And ember honeydew. Honey ember dew, they said before, I think. Okay, but this should be a success. There we go, the flavoring mix. And once we go through this dialogue, Dwarven Gourmet shard, and we leave. Bam, the title pops up. We are a gourmet now. So that is title number 2 right here. Okay, for the next title called Look at These Beautiful Ores, or for the next Easter egg called Look at These Beautiful Ores, because actually not all the Easter eggs we're going to show you will include the title, we have to head to the Gloomy Mine first. And in there, we want to head all the way over there to the lift platform. So the way we do this is we just click on this portal, which is the minecart. So we get to drive the minecart over there, which is pretty cool. And this is actually one of my favorite minecart rides, even though they are all pretty short. This one is pretty cool. And from there on out, we just want to head over there. Just a little bit further. And let me check. Wait a second. Yeah, exactly, you can just stand there, this circle will appear, and as soon as this circle is over, Miner Sosin will actually come to you and will just talk to you a little bit, and then you will obtain a reward. And this one actually without a title, but still an Easter egg nonetheless. Okay, for the next Easter egg we want to help Relena, so that is a little bit more complicated. We want to head back to Ironhold Bay, and you can see right now over here where I am, there is the gloomy entrance teleporter right there, and Relena will stand right here. So what we are going to do is we're going to go up this ladder here, and Relena is right there, and you can see I have to find it. She already has a message. I already talked to her, but I don't think I actually finished this, so we can probably finish this together. Tonight, when he sneaks off to hide the money, I'm catching him red-handed. I'm great at telling people. The more eyes, the better our chances. Then meet at the crossroads after dark. Keep a lookout for any suspicious-looking dwarves hanging around. So we want to go to the crossroads, and it is after dark. So that is the next step that we have to do. So while the game doesn't really tell you where Crossroad is, you can just run down below here, and your goal is just very easily run from here, this way down, and then basically all the way up to Voyage of Wonders. We can see a little coin, a little drink. There is our dude. He will vanish sometimes, but as long as we just run towards the Voyage of Wonders, we will always find him back. There he is. Relena will never find out. And we just continue running towards Voyage of Wonders. And over here, this is a little bit tricky, I have to say. But the thing is, if you scroll over a little bit, there's our dude. So he's hiding. If you stand just right here, you almost don't see him. But he's just like right behind there. Come to me, my shiny secret stash. And it then says that we have to find Relena again. We can't actually interact with this guy. He will only say, come to me, my shiny secret stash. So from here on out, we just teleport back. We run all the way up again. And interesting, like those Easter eggs are a little bit longer. That's why I also want to make it multiple videos. There are not all the titles are not the same here, but there we have it. Relena, I know where it is. And let me tell you what you saw. Thanks for the tip, I will go catch him right now, and this will give us another diamond, another origami hamster. So some of them are less Easter egg-ish, they feel a little bit more like super short side quests. So that is something to note here as well. Okay, for the next title you actually have to do quite a lot. So first of all, you want to finish the entire main story. That wasn't a thing you had to do for the ones that we did right now, but for this one, this is the first where you have to finish the entire main story. On top of that, you need to finish some side quests. I've just gone ahead and finished the 2 that I still had to finish for it. If you head to the story recap, Echoes of Dissent, what you need to finish is the Aspiring Minstrel. That one you need to finish. Then you need to finish the Future. And you also need to finish Priceless Treasure. Those are the ones that include Zenny. And we need to finish all the side quests that include Zenny. Then you want to head back to Zenny's lab. And the way you do this, the easiest is if you just head to this exit. This is the starting exit or the starting entry point to the Salturine map where we initially entered this area, and of course we just came from Zenny's laboratory. So if you go with this minecart, this will actually directly take you back to Zenny's lab. We'll quickly switch the map back to Ironhold Bay, and we arrive over here, which is a super close point here to Zenny's lab. There is the Inspiral chamber. Other option would be to use the Waystone. I think that should also work, right? Wait a second. No, it's Return to the World. This counts as a cave, so we have to probably get through there with the minecart like I did that before. Otherwise you would have to go into the gloomy mine and enter from there, I believe. But once we are in Zenny's lab and arrived over here, The next step is actually fairly easy. You can already see a little bit of blinking there. And this is the little turret companion that Zenny has. We want to interact with Zenny's friend a few times. 1, 2, 3. And this will actually give us the turret title. So just click there 3 times and then we have the turret title. So very, very easy. Just a lot of work because you have to finish all of those side quests. Next up is the singing squirrel. You really won't want to make sure that you don't get run over by dinosaurs on the way here though. It is right in the bottom left corner, I think you should say, near the last primal lord over here on the Saltarine map. You can see there was the Saltarine thing, there was the exit there we just entered for the Zenny one. And down here at the Camelossus post you will find a very easy to spot singing squirrel. I say of course it's very easy to spot while I'm in the exact position where you can't see it. That is great. No, it's behind this waterfall over here, so there is a little bit of a squirrel, and we can see there's the hand symbol once we are close to it, and when we press that, we can actually, after 3 times pressing it, gain a few diamonds and an origami hamster, and that is already it for this one. So very, very easy to spot. You just had to see it on a first playthrough, and also you can send your Camelossus here. Maybe we do this quickly because I don't think mine is actually on the map. I always like to see it move over here, and I think that's a pretty cool location. So a little bit of an extra thing that we can do right here. So the next one isn't so much of an Easter egg really. They pretty much announced those wisps as a really big thing somehow. When we first meet them you get like an introduction and everything, and then they just don't appear very often throughout the story, and in my opinion weren't really rewarding, so a little bit of criticism here as well. But when you first enter over here you will see that there is a little bit of a shining wisp that you can follow, and if you follow that it will give you a little bit of loot. And I don't know if you actually need this to 100% the story, but just in case that we have to do this, I wanted to point out the location of this wisp too, so you can find it over here. It will ask you to follow it around, just over there will drop a little bit of gold, which is all also on the map and marked there, so you can't really miss it, and then it will lead you I think to a chest, and that's about it really for this wisp. Next one is a little bit more interesting, a little bit spicy as well. You wanna just head on over to Saltarine, to the Royal City, and you can use this teleporter over here, the Hall of Valor one. You can it's kind of difficult to see because of this burden of the crown. And right next to it, you can see the teleporter is here. We just walk over to the right, we see 2 people on the bench there with glowing iCat that can teleport. It's invisible! Never saw that, but you already see the tabloid there. We collect this and we can see that the Duke's son is caught in woman's clothing at the ball. And this is quite an interesting story. I'll just read it out, we have the time. At a recent high society ball, a mysterious, well-lady and stunning gown captivated all eyes, but when the event ended, some sharp-eyed servants discovered a pair of men's trousers in the woman's changing room. Upon investigation, the lady was revealed to be Viscount Eric Duke's Walt's eldest son. His motive for infiltrating the ball dress as a woman remains unknown, sparking wild speculation. Was he trying to pursue a noblewoman, or is a deeper plot at play? Get all the lowdown at the Nobles in High Society. Instant either next issue preview, the secret underground club of noble use. And once we have acquired this very valuable info, our next step is to head up right here, and we'll find Viscount Eric on top of these stairs, which of course is the #1 person that we want to talk to. Those ladies, I swear they are whispering about me behind my back. Show him the tabloid. What's this nonsense? All lies. That outfit means I was just my sister grabbing the wrong clothes. How did it turn into this? I'll pay you, just give me that filthy article, which shall put out this Wraec. I'll buy the whole press right now. So it seems like he's a bit rich, but he will reward us with just about the same as everything else, so probably not as rich. The singing squirrel had about the same amount of money, but might be that the squirrel is rather talented. So for the next 2, I have to admit I have already done them partly, and the next one after that I have done completely accidentally during the story, before I was aware of how the Easter egg system worked during this season. The next one you actually find rather close to here. You find it right on this bridge, and if you aren't like me, you will find 2 NPCs standing right there, and those will have a dialogue that they will trigger. And once you talk to the 2 afterwards, they will explain to you a little bit of a story, and then you just proceed a little bit further down the road, And the thing that you want to do then, after listening to this dialogue, is you want to head over here. By the way, 2 more of those wonderful invisible kittens. Do they get invisible once I come close? No, not these 2. Okay. And you want to switch the time to night. And then in this corner, an NPC called Vassal should appear, and that is the part that I am still missing. And once we talk to Vassal, we can just enter this, and this will give us the title Spawn. So this title I was still missing. First, during any time, talk to the NPCs here on the bridge, and then switch to night and run over to Vassal, and this will give you the title. Okay, and for the next one, I have to say this is the title that I have already completely finished. So the Fallen title, I have done everything, sadly, so I can't really show you exactly what's happening. You will go over here, which is near the Goodwill Market in the Royal City once again, so not very far away. You have the teleporter over here, the Goodwill Market teleporter. You will just run right there, enter this little balcony. And this little balcony, you will find a gossiping noble on there. And after talking to this gossiping noble, you will hear of a poor viscount, and he is apparently at night by the Capital Lift's entrance. And I thought this was like very cool. The Capital Lift entrance is of course also very close. We can use the lift shaft teleporter right there. And at night, you should be able to go over here, and you don't need to talk to the dwarf there actually. But instead there will be the poor viscount, an elven guy right in front of him. Make sure it's night, will stand over here, and once you talk to this guy, he will hand you the Fallen title. And those were the first 10 titles or Easter eggs that we can find in this season. We have a bunch more to go actually. In total, there are over, or nearly 40, I believe it is. I think 30. What is it, 37? And I have to give a little bit of a shout out here to Ashu over on Yapala. My part in this is mainly showing you the titles. All of this was brought together and compiled by Ashu, who made very nice screenshots as well. So if you have any more questions or anything, I will link you also the relevant thread here on Yapala. I will make the videos here with the explanations for everything, because sometimes it's just easier to see where something like the crossroad, for example, is in the one Easter egg that we covered, where you help Relena, and that some stuff like this. I think there is a video. It's really helpful. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you stick around for part 2 and 3, where we will uncover the rest of the secrets. And with that, I wish you a great day. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and maybe also check out our sponsor Loot Bar. We can get the cheapest dragon crystals all around for AFK journey, and this will make it a whole lot easier to prepare for the future upcoming hero releases like Valara. For example, Valara, I'm really looking forward to. Will be insane. Having some dragon crystals for that is certainly a good idea. I recommend you go through the locking top up, and of course use the link down in the description to get some extra discount coupon on top of that. That will make your purchases even cheaper. So with that, I wish you a great day, and we'll see us in the next one.